welcome back to the channel. My name is Katie, and I'm gonna admit this may be, or it feels like, one of the dumbest videos I've done on this. Oh my gosh, guys, we are gonna dive into this rumor that apparently Amber Heard is renting a baby. A baby. I know, by the way, every time I say it, I think of Moira Rose. Baby. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Sound off in the comments. But there has been a lot of rumors about this, and I want to do a deep dive into exactly what is going on. So I'll kind of explain a little bit of why this is, ruminating and why this is turning its head. So we know that Amber Heard had a baby via a surrogate, right? And the baby's name is Una Page. Now, with that being said, we almost never see the baby. Like, rarely see the baby. And look, we can argue that maybe she is a turd, that maybe she is being a, responsible parent or whatever. Maybe she's trying to shield the child from everything. And good on her if that's the case. And I hope that, right? I hope the best for people. Even in situations like this where I know we'll talk every day about this situation and keep you guys up to date. But here's the thing. A lot of weirdness going on with that. First of all, apparently she went through a court process with Elon Musk over embryos and she won. So we don't know who the father is, but everybody's pretty much assumed it's Daddy Musk. That Elon, and Elon is all about making as many children as possible, and he keeps doing that with all these people. And look, I guess if you have the money and you take care of them, like, more power to you. It's not my place to really say, it's not for me, but I'm also not running SpaceX or Tesla. That's not for me. But here's the thing. There's a lot of rumors surrounding this child, and the reason this is coming back up is because, if you guys have seen my videos about is Amber Heard on the run right now, she has been spotted this week in Tel Aviv with Fartlow, and apparently the baby is there. Now, it's been interesting because it seems like being over there, it's been a whirlwind of her just trying to get positive PR, and I've been documenting all of this as well, though. We've been hearing that the Australian government is coming down on her, and they are actually about to do something about the perjury she's done. Not to mention that the IRS could possibly be on her tail, because remember, that's $7 million, right? That she gave to charity, she donated, well then legal fees. What's actually happening with that? So I have been questioning if what we've seen from her all of a sudden being overseas and selling her home all of a sudden is that she is kind of on the run. And what I mean by that is she wants to be in another country when things actually go down, because we know the US and Australia work together. And of course, like other countries work together as well, but she might feel safer where she's somewhere else, not directly in those countries or involved, right? But here's the thing. So I've been documenting this, and it just seems like there's a lot of PR going on. First of all, go check out yesterday's videos. It was all about, there was a video where a bookstore owner said that they met Amber, and she was delightful, and she was philosophical and inquisitive and liked the books that he liked. But then again, we found out in the trial, with her histrionic and her borderline personality disorder, that is something that she does. She will take on somebody else's personality, right? That's something that we're aware of when it comes to her. And she'll just morph into that person. We saw it with the trial. We saw it with what she was wearing, which was just weird. She started morphing more into Johnny. So that's not uncommon for her, but the first picture we saw, which was really funny, was we saw Fartlow, and they were at a restaurant, and she was cutting up Amber's food for her, is what it looked like. But no bebe. Where was the bebe? Where was it? Well, apparently, the bookstore owner said that she came in with her child. So that was one report. And the bookstore owner said she was really charming and very nice and has a very different opinion of Amber now that, has actually met Amber in person. And then there was this whole article about Amber stuns everybody in Tel Aviv wearing a red Mexa dress. And she's just gorgeous. And everybody's just falling over themselves and ending their lives over it. And again, it was just like all of this really funny PR. But another one has come out. So she has been spotted around Tel Aviv with stroller. The problem is the stroller is empty consistently. So it's making people question and wonder what is happening. And an insider has come forward. By the way, I'm not confirming or denying, but apparently an insider is saying that there's actually no baby at all, that this is a rent-a-baby situation. How do you rent a baby? But then again, if the reports are true about all those crazy parties with, pharmaceuticals and minors, please infer, that shouldn't be there. Cuddle parties, right? If all of that is true, I mean, that's just selling people in general, right? And isn't that what a lot of these crazy elite wealthy people do and are into? So why would it be any different? And by the way, I want to put this out there. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm not saying this is the case, but enough people are talking about it and it seems ridiculous enough that I want to dive into it. So let's first go into the situation with her baby at all, because is it even real? Let's check it out. So this is from, hold on, I'm trying to move this so the mic doesn't do poorly, doesn't go out, but yet my chair is moving because I'm not balanced. Okay. Also, guys, and I don't really want to harp on it, but just a little side note, I had several comments yesterday where people were correcting the way I was speaking and I was a little bit off. I'm having a little bit of a flare-up. You can't see it. I'm running a small fever right now. I'll be fine. Everything is okay. But I'm not going to be as sharp, or if I sometimes use the wrong words for something or I seem slightly off or confused, that's why. I'll be fine though. Everything's fine. It's just my own stuff. Guys, we're getting better, and that's the focus. Here we go. So this is from Hello exclamation mark, Hello magazine. Where was Amber Heard's baby daughter during Johnny Depp trial? So we're going to get into this. It gives some background information on it. The star welcomed her baby via a surrogate, and it says, when Amber Heard mentioned her baby daughter, Una Page, during her explosive court battle with Johnny Depp, it was a shock to many. The Aquaman actress has rarely spoken about the child she welcomed via a surrogate since she announced her birth in July 2021. But where was the little girl while her famous mother was embroiled in the trial with her ex-husband in Fairfax, Virginia, far from their life in California? Amber spoke animatedly about Una and told the court, I want to move on with my life. I have a baby. I have to move on. I want to move on. And I want Johnny to move on too. While she was making her impassioned plea, Una was likely being cared for by a nanny at the home she rented a half hour away from the Virginia courtroom, the big mansion, because she's broke. It was reported that Amber was staying at a luxury $22,000 per month property, which boasts a tennis court, fitness room, home theater, and spa. And here you can see a photo. That's another thing somebody pointed out. Almost every photo we have is never directly of the child's face. It's always like the back of a child, which makes people believe like, okay, well, what is the child? We don't even know what the child looks like to be able to compare photos. But here's another one. I mean, you kind of get a side profile. And she says, my little O is a year old today. I still can't believe you're here. The greatest year. Now we go down and it says, although the actress and her daughter live a quiet suburban life in Yucca Valley, California, it's unlikely Amber wanted to be away from her daughter for such an extended period of time. The multi-million-dollar defamation trial lasted 6 weeks before a jury gave a verdict in favor of Johnny. When Amber welcomed Una on July 1st, 2021, she shared an adorable snap of herself cradling her newborn and explained just how much it meant to her to be a mom. I'm so excited to share this news with you, she wrote. And it is, you know what, it's a beautiful picture. Now that we know her, it's just more PR, it's more attention, but it's a beautiful picture. And I'm not trying to take away her being a mother at all. It's just at this point, I think we all question everything when it comes to Amber, and we should. It says, 4 years ago, I decided I wanted to have a child. I wanted to do it on my own terms. I now appreciate how radical it is for us as women to think about one of the most fundamental parts of our destinies in this way. I hope we arrive at a point in which it's normalized to not want a ring in order to have a crib. A part of me wants to uphold that my private life is none of anybody's business. I also get that the nature of my job compels me to take control of this. My daughter was born April 8th, 2021. Her name is Una Page Heard. She's the beginning of the rest of my life. So that's a little background story. Even people at the trial were questioning it. Now, where does this all come into play? Let's look at this article right here. It says, exclusive. Amber Heard hits Tel Aviv. Actress meets up with her Israeli journalist friend who got banned from defamation trial for breaking rules on cell phone use. And we all know that's fartlow. So here we go. It says, Amber Heard was spotted walking around Israel and dining at a central Tel Aviv cafe on Monday with her friend Eve Barlow, the controversial journalist who got herself banned from the Johnny Depp defamation trial. Heard was out and about wearing a black dress, flip-flops, and a blue cap. While in Tel Aviv, she was spotted browsing bookstores, as I told you guys about, and enjoying lunch with Barlow, who stood by her during the trial and was prevented from observing proceedings in April. after she was caught texting and tweeting from the front row of the courtroom, which is generally reserved for legal counsel. And then you can see right here, this is the picture of Fartlow, and it looks like she's cutting up Amber's food for her. So weird. So check this photo out, guys, right here. Another maxi dress, which, by the way, this is a maxi dress. I stan a maxi dress. I actually wore maxi dresses 2 days in a row, and talking about them with this, I didn't mean for that to happen. I just did. So here we go, and you can see that's the stroller behind her. And here's another one. Here is another one where she's there with stroller. And it says, she reportedly tried to provide legal counsel to Heard's team by showing them social media posts of a Depp witness, which she alleged were compromising. Depp's lawyers successfully filed a motion to have Barlow removed permanently and barred from the courtroom, which she should have been. Guys, remember, she literally did witness tampering as the trial was going on, pulled up evidence that one of the witnesses knew information they shouldn't, and then that all turned out to be a lie. And you know, she's the ultimate victim. These are the ultimate victims, guys. They end up being the bullies. It says, after gaining backlash online for her fervent support of Heard, Barlow claimed that the negative comments against her were fueled by misogyny and when you don't like certain people of certain ethnicities, that could be Middle Eastern-ish, please infer. I don't know if YouTube will get upset with me. Anti-blanketism. J.C. Halper, owner of Halper's bookstore in Israel City, said he was surprised to see Heard walk through his aisles on Tuesday as she purchased his book detailing his adventures at the store. Say what you want about Amber Heard, and what little I knew of her was negatively influenced by the media as well. The person who browsed my store last Tuesday for almost an hour with her toddler baby girl, so there it is, at least there's a spotting of the baby, and a couple friends, was a modest, polite, friendly, inquisitive, self-effacing customer with a high literary taste, Halper wrote. Is it just me, and I'm not saying this is the case, but does it seem like there's a potential that what we're seeing right here, does it seem like that person was paid off to say that? I'm not saying that's the case, maybe they weren't, but it just seems like, once again, that's a real perfect PR spin of somebody saying some stuff, right? And there's that dress, that stunning dress that made everybody end themselves. And it's like, it's just a regular maxi dress. And she's a pretty girl. I'm not sitting here saying, obviously she's a gorgeous girl. I'm not saying she's not, but we don't need to act like just she's the sun and the moon, you know, just because she's running around being a tourist. In fact, I had no idea it was her until she presented her credit card. She's also now the proud owner of the book, The Bibliomaniacs, and promised to send me feedback on it. And it says, the bookstore trip came a day after Heard was seen eaten with Fartlow, the former deputy editor of the Music Bible NME and contributor for New York Magazine. Heard's outing in Israel comes as both she and Depp file appeals on the verdict the jury reached in the heated defamation case, which awarded Depp $10.35 million and Heard $2 million. She was awarded to pay Depp a total of $8.3 million after being found guilty of defamation, but says she doesn't have enough cash to do so. So how is she paying for the trip? And ironically, the Daily Beast reported that attorneys for the actress were begging her to pursue what they felt were tens of millions of dollars she was entitled to through Depp's Pirates of the Caribbean profits prior to the trial. They alleged that because Depp made Pirates of the Caribbean 5 during the marriage, it was community property and an asset Heard was entitled to half of it. Heard would not allow them to chase that money, with her lawyer saying via email that she was being true to her word, that this wasn't about the cash. So I want to now show you guys the photos and what the insider is saying. So guys, there are several photos of this, but I'm not going to go through all of them because it's boring. I'm just going to pull up this one. Look at this right here with the empty stroller. Apparently, every photo that's been taken that the media has put out, it's an empty stroller. So what's happening and who has the baby? Now, what we're understanding is, with this empty stroller, she and some friends were running around the city, right? But even the friends, nobody had the baby at the time, so what's happening to it? But this is what an insider's had to say. So here we go. This is from, it says, from fake baby. Now, there's a couple things we'll go into in a second, but here's what it says. I can confirm that Amber Heard does not have a baby. This whole surrogate thing is a complete and utter lie. She does not have a kid and rents or borrows a kid for her Instagram shots, and her stroller is a prop used to garner sympathy. You can't even match up the baby's faces across the shots. I'm telling you, the whole thing is a lie. People here think she actually sold her embryos since they were for a so-called coveted gene pool or whatever, with Elon being the dad. But I can tell you right now, there's no baby living or traveling with her full time. It's all for a photo op. Now, a couple things. First of all, look at this. I don't know what this is in reference to. I don't know who it was being sent to, and this is from Fake Baby. Fake Baby at amberturd.net, and the subject is, "It's all a lie." However, this is being reported as an insider. I'm not saying that's the case. I try to weigh information objectively. You guys know me. I try to be as fair as possible regardless of the situation. So what's my take on this? What do I think about this whole thing? Well, I can't say for sure. I don't think any of us can unless we're there. The one thing we do know is that she is a liar. And she lies and lies and lies and lies consistently. And I think at this point, because there's been so much lying and manipulation and deception, I think the growing thought that people have is with Amber, where there's smoke, there's probably fire, unfortunately. And I'm not saying that because I want that to be the case. Guys, that's the thing is there's a part of me that's rooting for a comeback for her. And let me explain. I know she's a horrible person. I know she's done awful things, and I don't like her. But I'm also of the mindset of healing and forgiveness, period. And wouldn't it be great if she came out of this situation and could be a better person and be somebody who can contribute positively to society? That's what I encourage for everybody. I don't care what it is I'm talking about or who I'm talking about. And that's why, as much as I like to giggle at this stuff, I don't want to make too much fun because regardless of her situation, it's got to be hard to be that hated. Even if she's got all those, oh my gosh, what do you call them? Sorry, this is where my brain and my mouth are having a hard time this morning. Even if she's got all those personality disorders, right? And mental illness and all of that. And maybe she likes even negative attention. Some people thrive off that negative attention. I'm not one of those people. That makes me anxious. I don't want everybody hating me. But at the same time, I'm the kind of person, I put myself out there, and if you stand up for the right thing, and sometimes you speak truth to power, that happens. So you have to kind of walk that balance. But I can't sit here and say for sure. It could be that she is actually a decent parent trying to protect her child. Or it could be that, once again, she's using children as props. We've seen her do that. As you know, I had that video where she snatched up a baby at a hospital. The baby had just had surgery, was under anesthetic, was sick, and was yelling at the nurses and doctors to go away. I've got the baby. And she was cradling it around and dancing and preening around it. And it was all for a photo op. We've watched her use babies as photo ops before. Could she have gone this far? But then again, if this is somebody that's in those rings in Hollywood where they are selling people and having minors involved in cuddle parties and pharmaceuticals with the wealthy, can we put anything past these people? So I wish the best for everybody, but I don't trust anything I see with this. What do you guys think? Do you think she's renting babies? Is it a rent-a-baby situation? Bebe? Let me know. Sound off in the comments. As well, guys, if you like this video, would love to have you around for more because we like to giggle at everything in the news and just see what we can get out of it. So make sure and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and yeah, like the video too. Everything helps. Leave me a comment. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And with that, I think I'm going to end this one here. All right, guys, take care. Lots of love, lots of blessings. Till the next video, I'm giving everybody hugs. Mwah. Kisses. As always, stay safe. And your girl, we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.